kill for Astralis here. A 50-50 in the pistol round win percentage. So let's see how we can get that momentum starting in their direction. We begin on Nuke. This one is a battle that happens all too often.
False start.
It's a false start, but Astralis versus mousesports, it is certainly an affair that ESL Pro Leagues have seen time after time. This time, mousesports were coming into this one as severe underdogs, but I think that dialogue has changed after the 16-6 you see in the top right.
You spoke of the curse, Alex. You know, you mentioned it. You said it haunts them because this has been a bit of a stopping point in previous seasons, but we didn't really expect it after map one. We're like, no worries.
Well, one of the things that happens as well with Counter-Strike is even though it is just another Pro League season, right, where the same situation is going on down, we don't take too much stock in that normally. They go, oh, you know, but they play this event, that event, they met each other this many times. But if they lose again for the third time in a similar point of the tournament, then we have to start asking some questions. Maybe there is something to do with Pro League, mousesports, and Astralis.
We'll see. For now, though, they turn attention to this round in front of them. 5 players pour through Secret. It's going to be Glaive, and then it's going to be Device. And in combination, they do take down Carrigan. The pressure doesn't really stop, though. Robs and Frozen get a little bit distracted by one, but Estac's made his position pretty subtly, if I'm honest. He's leaving all to Glaive to get all that attention, and actually, the T's aren't finding much, as they now have to hit the brakes for a second.
Oh. Very brave from Glaive to open the door straight into the T's, just see if anybody else is still home. And as it gets slammed back in his face, that will confirm that mousesports are on the other side. They're waiting right now. There's a minute left on the clock and there's no rush. P250s for both Rops and Frozen can be deadly. Smoke and a flash as well. They could even work their way back up Secret. But waiting to be presented with some jewels. Now Rops is tickling away. Tag goes down.
Glaive.
Necessarily done with this round yet. He is now. Bemis finds his first and recovers the bomb for the second time. Frozen previously with a similar maneuver. He's making a lot of noise towards those vents, and Dupree giving him just enough room to get a little too comfortable. The jump. He gets the info. Dupree, though, gets the kill. And so Astralis take the pistol round, and Glaive with a nice double kill, dealing with that inner hit.
Did you buy that knife yet, Alex?
No, but it is the... I've just confirmed that's the blue steel in Dupree's hands, and I've decided I like the way it looks.
You like the way it looks?
I got gloves yesterday.
Oh, which gloves did you get?
They were like, they look like the urban camo that I used to have on my SMG in COD 4. So I bought it and it makes me feel like
Digital.
Yeah, exactly. The digital camo. It made me feel good. They're not the most expensive. I think they're like 120 around that marker. Not cheap, obviously, but certainly not your crazy skins that we see with some of these guys. Like, I'm sure those bad boys set him back a fair, pretty penny.
I don't know what it's gone up to now. I got it in day number 1 of that case coming out. So I was... trying to get ahead of the curve. It may have gone down since I purchased.
Yeah, look, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, Chad, but that is typically the lay of the land.
Yeah, you drive the car out of the dealership and it immediately depreciates in cost. So I'll have to take a little bit of a look.
But the more we see use of it in Pro Leagues, people believe it's the Deagle. It's like the Blaze, right?
I keep
it's like
talking it up, so the stock's going up. So maybe...
Wait, is he manipulating the marketplace? Is
no.
Valve, Gaben.
Oh my goodness.
Call him now.
Insider trading from Chad Birchall here.
Unbelievable scenes.
I would never do anything so egregious.
Well, we're spending a lot of time on these Deagles. I feel as though Rush might be in cahoots.
No, Rush is invested in agent skins. Rush.
I did miss all of that.
Yeah, agent skins, yeah.
Hold on. Let's see if Dupree gets overwhelmed, because there's a bit of a pinch, and he does. So this could open up a chance for a bomb plant, but I'm seeing Tag.
Oh!
I'm seeing him die in the vents. Suddenly, a 3v3. The nade brought it back through. Nice work from the Device, but a better shot from Rops. This is game on.
This is quite the second round. mousesports making a statement. The fact that Rops has gone down the
flanky
vent,
boy.
Yeah, a full flanky boy. He'll go Secret and be able to stop the defuse because it is planted on mini side. It's currently where Glaive resides, so it's a flank as well. Chris J working his way up heaven. This could get sketchy. Really, really sketchy. Rops should have at least one here. Magic confirmed. Glaive on the site with no chances. He can't even save. mousesports pulling this one out courtesy of Rops, who finds his third, but Carrigan with the Deagle frag onto West and he does slip the net.
Important that he gets away here, because going into next round, I'd assume Astralis would be force buying anyway. The fact that Glaive holds on to that M4A4 means that it's going to be more deadly than it would have been. So mousesports did a fantastic little play there to snatch one back and well, get us into the ways of the force buy wars. And now we have a little bit of competition. We've kicked off map number 3, map 1 and 2, as we mentioned. They're just warm-ups. Everyone was happy just to have a bit of a beating, go down on their own map choice. And now we get underway on Nuke, the third and final map, one that has been fantastic for both these teams, something that mousesports have been favoring since the addition of BMAS, and something that Alex has pointed out has been great for Astralis. They were 5-0 at one point within the Pro League on this map. I think they're currently now sitting at 7-1.
This is something actually I really want to see is Rob's pressure towards ramp on his T side normally works out really quite well. And we'll see how Esatag approaches this, because Rops was creating so much space for mousesports when he's having a good game. Now, we have seen the, both sides of this. He wasn't having the hottest of games before, but Frozen and Rops, if they both come alive on this map in the specific ways they play, you're going to have a very good T and CT side. Good spray, but not good enough. Does damage, but no kills. And now Magisk, Dupree, and Device. Deagles, 5-7s. Armor, but you might want to save that.
Yeah, and the reason they want to hold on to this is this round is done. The best thing they can do is try and scavenge some weapons from mousesports as they exit the radius of that lower bomb site. Holding on to these upgraded pistols with armor and a little bit of utility there for Magisk, what it means is going into round number 4, they will be able to be more deadly than they would be if they were to lose this weaponry. Because going into round 4, they get the $1,900 loss bonus. That is a save round for this team. They will not be able to purchase on in if they want to get those rifles out anytime soon. And they will take that save. And following into round number 5, we'll see the $2,400 loss bonus and the guns will come out. So next round, it should be more of a non-issue unless somebody on Astralis with one of these upgraded pistols can find a multi-frag. And that's what we're looking for here, the details of Astralis with these pistols. Where are they going to be? What attack is mousesports looking for? And can Astralis capitalize on potentially the lackadaisical maneuvers through a smoke, catching them off guard with a smoke of their own?
I really want like a Carrigan Eco Cobra Org spray down.
Okay.
That's my request.
I'll hiss at the end if he gets one of those, like a cobra. Don't know how cobras hiss.
I did find a snake prop.
Yeah, we do have snakes in there. That's what we had for last, was the RMR for the Road to Rio.
Yep, Alex gave me a little bit of background, so I'm sure if that happens, we could crack out the props, we can have a great time.
I love some prop comedy.
I love some prop hunt. That's a game mode we got to bring back.
So just waiting out for any early aggression here at mousesports. They're set up with a bit of a lobby defense. 4 players locked and loaded as Magisk splatters Chris J's head all over that back wall. And after he finds that kill, he now goes searching for even more, constricting the yard play by pushing up towards the silo here. He has all the sound cues necessary and will be able to call for his teammates if they have to worry about yard whatsoever. As we can see, Carrigan towards Squeaky. Corralling back over now will be Frozen towards lobby as well. And they need to find a little bit of room to move here because still 3 deadly pistols with Kevlar behind it. 3 were over towards ramp. They're rotating now, 45 seconds.
Nothing hard. They're coming from Squeaky's side. Carrigan does find the first, and there's the second. The Org starts to frag, and Frozen's got the flank. Or does he? Device takes the head off. They react quickly, but Esatag dipping away. He wants a weapon so badly. It's only the scout takes
bomb's down.
A brunt of damage for it. They do have the bomb in their grasp. A
25.
Scout shot hit. And 25 seconds, Carrigan, who else but Carrigan, to charge in and take command of the lobby area. He grabs the bomb. And Esatag hitting the flick of a lifetime. Not bad into Rops, but it's Device with only 1 point of health. A flash to try and bait them. Desperately giving some space, and he spots Carrigan. Bemis and Carrigan, this is sketchy. Good shots, and did a damage. He's got 10 HP. Unloads the mag, and Esatag gets the frag. 4 HP, they had 5 altogether. What a fantastic retake from the 2 of them. That was just Deagles. It started with Magisk, and it finishes with Esatag.
They were carried across as well. They weren't even invested into going into this round, so a huge one for Astralis to steal away.
Monstrous.
Esatag picking up that Org as well, the best weapon they possibly could have gotten away with from that whole equation, at least as far as the economy is concerned. But the plant, the money for Mouse, it will be another buy. This is just the tussle that we were hoping for. Esatag doing a great job there. He wanted the M4, he made the scout work, and Device doing a lot with that Deagle, putting PMS down to just a tickle. Yeah, you could
When he got tagged to 10 HP, you could see his thought process was, here comes the push, 1 bullet kills me, and stress.
All right.
Chris tagged down the vents.
Yeah, he's off and about. Took a bit of damage on the way, doesn't have the bomb, so do bear that in mind. This isn't just a vent dive to get a quick plant there. Simply letting Chris do what he wants. I wonder if it's noted. I don't know how much they saw of whether he went down or not. clearly took a fair whack of damage.
Something that's always been interesting to me in my Nuke lessons with Chad Burchill is that getting a player down the vents is one thing, but there's always a sound cue required for Chris to get any sort of flank. Now, at the moment, Device has found Frozen just over the top of that smoke, and so first blood drawn. They look to descend secret. Chris has made sound cues in the meantime. He's broken the glass. I wonder if Estag heard it.
Not sure. It looks like he's quite unaware of this, so this should be free. He's going to let him live for now just to get the extra information if required and potentially
Chris?
a knife. No, just going to keep going.
Rops knows where he is now, right? So if Rops can pivot and go for that kill... Oh, he might have the play towards ladder base as well.
Oh, he's heard that for sure.
Nice play, catches Device. Magis does trade, and that's a shot from BMAS beaming across the outside yard. Dupree tucked in. 2-on-2, Glaive low sight, Dupree upper. And Dupree does catch him. That's the bomb as well. Things get really awkward for Robs now. I don't know what he can do with the limited time he's been given. He's still walking. He wants Dupree. Element of surprise is integral. That's the duel. Sketchy spray costs him. And Astralis, they start to string together a couple consecutive rounds. That's 2 on the trot.
2,400 loss bonus right now for mousesports going into the next round. They should have enough to invest here. Chris did fantastic to get 2, and you can see Magus with that trade mopping it up just, but this was the showstopper right there. Bemis, massive shot there onto Magus. It wasn't enough to help them get across the line there for a third round. The scoreline now 3-2 in favor of Astralis. Back underway we go. AWP out. CTs, they'll just be rocking scavenged AKs and M4 A4s as well as full kits of utility.
Fun stat for us to consider during Nuke here is that Astralis are first in the ESL Pro League for converting 4 versus 5 disadvantages. They convert them 36% of the time. And there's one right now, dealt by Carrigan. Can Astralis overcome it? 36% of the time they do, historically.
That
just
kill
gives it a good go.
That could have helped out so much if he got it. And then the power just comes out. This is very, very clear intentions from the T side. There's no messing around. There's no falling around. Hard to follow. Estag already posturing like he wants to slip away quietly and just not be noted. Device might be able to try and find a place of safety. Maybe cost someone their gun, potentially, if he has to.
Yeah, it's very quick stuff there from Mounds off of the opening kill from Carrigan. They capitalized, put pressure on that top site, have all 5 alive right now. Will do their very best to keep all 5 alive going forward. Money hasn't had an opportunity to build right now for Astralis, so these saved rifles are important going into round number 7. Bomb now with roughly 10 seconds to go before we see detonation. Shouldn't be too many worries for Device. Actually has an opportunity to catch out Bemis. Frozen is low. There could be a second kill coming on through here. Smoke gets dropped. Bemis trying to nutmeg through this one right now. Chris J baiting with that AWP, and Frozen's going to allow Device to live. So 2 carried over rifles. I think we'll just see an eco coming out from the side of things of Astralis, as their loss bonus did trickle back down to that $1,400 mark, and that's why they won't be able to buy. But this is that entry, just catching the arm there of Glaive, enough for Carrigan to punish. Rops onto Magus, and the top site was open for business after that. Oh, they will be buying. So dropped across guns. Estag's purchased on in, and so is Device with Famises, and given those to Dupree and Magus respectively. Glaive on the snapping turtle. This is a big round right here for Astralis. We can continue this back and forth nature here on Nuke. Something we didn't have on the maps, Dust 2 and Inferno, the openers of this series, of the lower bracket semi-final. Loser of this is out. Winner goes forward to play Heroic later this evening. There will be a 3-hour break between the end of this one and the start of the next, as per CSPPA regulations, I do believe.
How do you spell that? Chris J's throwing out the lock of smoke, flying through the sky, and we're ready to get this take underway. 7th round of play. 3rd map, first of the day. Device just tucked in on the aggressive secret line, catching Carrigan on a very dry swing, so now they have the advantage. It does certainly not in weapons, but a resmoke on secret, not giving Bemis any moment to establish info and to deploy his utility.
Very, very frugal with that smoke as well. Keep in mind we're down to now 40 seconds. You now got a little bit more time on it too. And be incredibly reserved on how they're utilizing this.
Chris has been dinked. They're running out of time and running out of options here. I'm not quite sure where they can finish. Back towards top they go.
Glaive's not maybe a bad target in all of this, but it is going to be the player in the vents. That's going to be Device! What is this? Finally put down by Robs, but his damage was done. 3 kills for the
That
man.
was so cheeky right there from Device. Not only did he come at the vent, drop a nade, and then continue to pop his head up and down, spamming through. He got 2 kills from that.
I want to see if we can see. Yeah, that's a perfect camera angle. Thank you. Oh, it's almost like the downward strafes counter strafing a little bit. You seem like you had a degree of accuracy there.
That's filthy.
Very naughty stuff.
Let's have a little bit of a look here what's going on with the buy of Mouse. We do have a timeout coming on through. The fact that we don't hear that lovely thinking music leads me to believe it is a technical pause. Typing as well. Rush, can you report anything in for us from the man on the ground?
Yeah,
conditions?
so I'm looking around. Cables are all plugged in, but it looks like Carrigan is just having a couple of minor issues. And also someone's knocking on a door somewhere. He's telling him to go away, apparently. Maybe a fan, Glaive says. So... yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I would hope that the fans wouldn't have their addresses to their homes.
Yeah, I doubt that.
You know the binaural knocking sound that sometimes people put in things?
The donation.
Have you ever been caught by that? It's really creepy. It freaks me the hell out.
I've seen it a couple of times, and I can understand how, like... Ooh.
Yeah, your heart just sinks and you just rip your headset off for a second. It just sounds very realistic. Very good stuff. And that's the end of my TED Talk. Thank you for coming. Round 8. Time to see if those Deagles and Tech 9s alongside with the AKs for the ride can do anything. It looks like Chris J's got intentions. Very fast. The spray is good. And it looks like this round's over already. A blink and you miss it round. Rops wants us to remember it, though, it seems. He could get caught by the push of Device. And seems equipped to deal with it. He's only got 8 HP, but he's already found 3 using the smoke now and evades the nade.
This is huge.
This is my mute details, but he snuck through the smoke, unchecked now, closing in on Glaive's location. He knows Esatag was heaven side. Rops, even just a small chance to do the impossible. It's likely Esatag will check this, but Rops isn't checking it and can't adjust in time. And so the 8th round, it was all Astralis until Rops arrived, but it is still going to land in the Danish camp. 5 now for Astralis on the CT side. See this one again, because Glaive just holding down mouse 1. Magis was doing the same, and you can see it was just a top side rush. With 3 AKs, bit of a coin toss.
It was very good diligence there from that of Astralis to make sure that they were clearing all the corners on towards the top side. That nade and the smoke, you thought maybe was enough for them to go, oh, he probably hasn't walked on in, but they cleared their corners. They made sure he didn't get away. And an important round for Astralis to convert as they're still yet to build that much of a CT-sided bank here. Taking a look on the other side of things, mousesports will be taking the save, and Carrigan, that grenade, 10 HP.
Yeah, I don't know if Esatag is going to be able to get much more. He has dropped his molly, and they choose to jump into it. But there's Chris J's Deagle, filling the feed. Device catching a glimpse of one. He's going to land a nade onto Rops on the retreat, but with his Kevlar vest, he lives to tell the tale.
Doesn't want that Glock. Rops doesn't need it going into round number 9. Lower they go. Crossfire set up.
Tag gets a bit of contact. There's Dupree coming in. The crossfire holds very nicely held. No more kills to be found. No more punishment to be made. And mousesports now eyes on this round.
So Chris J could buy the AWP, but it would be in the fashion with not too much utility or armor behind it, depending on what he values as more important. AKs are coming on through, and it won't be the AWP. So 5 AK-47s for mousesports. Utility almost flush. You can see they're just a couple of nades shy. Chris J, the only one with a full kit right now. On the other side of things, still no need for the big green for Astralis. Magisk and Device will both be rocking those AUGs. And Dupree, he has something to say.
Hello. Frozen catching a nade. Dupree's just still threading the needle between 2 of them. Carrigan's found him eventually. All too aware of the games. Oh, Lord. And he just walked straight into Magisk's grasp. He's always mini. Carrigan thought he had the timing. Esatag, oh my goodness, he's going to be such a rascal with this one. Tugs into the corner for 2. Chris J does stem the bleed, but I'm afraid the hemorrhage has already well and truly occurred.
Oh, this is a big frag.
Oh, Frozen fluffed his lines completely. Frozen falls. Glaive spins on a dime. 2-on-1, make it 3, excuse me. All on to Chris J.
1 kill already. That was dealing with Esatag. And now he's going to try and get past Glaive to start with. Uncomfortable angle to clear in towards. That's as to why.
You can see how tight that turning circle is while without trying to expose yourself to the other sweep. Very nasty situation. Glaive knew what he had to do. 7 on the CT side. Chad, is it alarm bells yet?
mousesports haven't been able to get that snowball going, which is usually what nets them so many rounds on their T side, but it's been a different paced approach. The fact that they had the force by wars within, it feels like the first 6 rounds of the game, means we haven't seen that faster pace towards Yard, the fast L-block smokes or the quick ones down towards Secret. That hasn't been the game plan so far for Mouse. It's been more lobby-based, more top hit-based, or slower paced rounds. This time we might get that change up I was asking for, as here you can see the Secret smokes coming on through. 4 on the other side as Glaive tags up Carrigan, in-game leader on in-game leader action.
Beamus got dunked on as well, but they do descend.
They don't have any nades, so they just need to work with the frags here, and the rotation has come on down. Esatag is on the scene, not opting to go into the window side, and that might be the right call, as Mouse already have the lower side in their remit. Now Devices here as well, locking out towards
They just
window.
know.
Good rotations from Astralis and good kill from Magus.
Chris actually hit that tag, and he's going to convert it onto Device. That's keeping the man advantage in favor of Mouse, but do not forget that the rifles favor them. Carrigan has found Glaive on ramp. Now things starting to get sketchy. Missing his spray. Esatag adjusting nicely. Oh! He gets 3 of them in quick succession. Very nice work from the new Astralis gamer. And Magus to finish. He only needs the 1 and collects it. 8. But very close to mousesports, starting to turn this entire half on its head, doing so with only pistols.
Can I see this again? Oh, not this one. Spin on. This was all right.
An important one. Make sure the rotation
Yeah. Okay. We're shaky. It's awkward. Ooh. Ooh. That. Ooh. He's a snappy boy, isn't he?
Yeah, big round from Esatag there needed to put on the Wiki Keeper's gloves and catch him out for 6.
How's that?
Guns are back out. mousesports with that plant. They're flush this time round. Smoke to allow progression towards the red box. Smoke's also over for Secret. So back to the more standard approach of Mouse. 12 rounds into the game, and they need to start getting a few more on the board here. Down towards Secret will be Frozen and BMAS. In the meantime, Rops has been tagged on up to 10 HP. Getting out of Squeaky, getting out of dodge. Up the ladder, he'll fly. And that's just going to leave 1 man passive in lobby. That's Chris J. Carrigan overseeing the action of Yard, making sure no flanks can come on down behind that of BMAS and Frozen. And it appears that now that mousesports have this early space, they're just going to put the brakes on. They're going to stand still. And so are Astralis. Nobody's rotated towards lower just yet. None of these sound cues to force the rotation. They haven't been pushed around. They're just standing tall. That Molotov might incite Esatag to have to start trickling down from ramp. And that would also have Device rotating from ladder to mop up his position. But as we can see on the radar, nobody's moving.
Nothing is drawing these rotations, and the bomb's still towards Chris J. So for now, they have nothing to work with at 45 seconds. They have their mollies, the smokes to still fashion something with, but as to the CT side,
This won't be easy. Astralis have really come to play today. And their CT reads, their understanding of how mousesports plan to manufacture this victory. It is top side, but they are ready. Up the vents though, and it's a good flash. Dupree returns his aim, returns his gaze, and does find the 1. And from behind, Esatag strikes, bomb found. 1 up the vents was Beamus. He's still faffing around there. Robs could find Glaive here, or not. And that's the end of that. 9-3, 4 still left standing. The bank of Astralis growing with every passing round. And quite the opposite to be said for mousesports. This was well handled by Dupree, because there was 3 of them. That molly by the vents really slowed them down. I'd imagine that was deployed by a member of Astralis, but really well handled of that split to the top side.
Okay, so right now, the best Mouse can muster on this first half is 6 rounds. But
What's this by?
Look, it's another mousesports special here.
Beamus had 3K for a weird amount of time.
Yeah, they have that max loss bonus.
And that was the best weapon of the game, of the round, lost.
Well, Astralis are really rolling it back to dust too, it seems. They forgot about Inferno. So did mousesports, apparently.
Spiddy, respecting his elders, respecting his old teammate. Spiddy sticker. And Dupree's going to catch a Deagle bullet in the face if he's not careful. They're there. Tried to change his name once. Denied by our Lord and Savior, Volvo.
I have faith Gabe will come to one of our majors eventually.
One of these days, he's going to walk on with his Crocs, walk onto the center of the stage in his polo shirt.
And he'll wave.
And he'll say, Counter-Strike, Source 2, Half-Life 3, and we're giving Machine a pay raise. That's what he's going to say.
And then he's going to also say, but Dota's still my favorite.
But obviously, he's got a soft spot for Dota, but he's been recently besotted by Counter-Strike and its incredible persistence in the scene, regardless of support.
Of making money through
Bang.
the skin system.
Is a sound a gun makes, and Device has done exactly what he needed to. Bemis on the cross from his shoulders. Glaive looking very, very nice today. I think he's got a bit of a ruler on his mouse mat. So has Rops, as he reminds us what he can do. SJ's hitting headshots as well. And this is how mousesports manifest. It's all star-studded, or 1v1 to determine the fate of this round. It's Chris J. He's already hit one spectacular on the scout. Signature weapon looking to strike, and he does quickly pull the trigger into Magisk. So mobile, so dynamic. He needs another, and Magisk denies it. My God, this is a fast-paced, action-packed round of counter.
That was like 0 to 100. It felt like the round was all over. Astralis hitting some absolute bangers of shots, handily dealing with mousesports on this limped-in purchase. And the next minute, Rops was like playing aim labs, cracking out heads. Chris J with the scout showing us why it's a bit of a specialty weapon for him. And they're almost able to pull one out of the back pocket here.
Caught all of the frags, so big shout out to Mr. Rushley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Rops had the perfect position to deal with those rotations as well, just not expecting two players to be down that vent as quick as a fireman down the pole. And we go into the second last round of play here for the first half. AK's back out. It's not the outside play, not too many smokes being used. Esatag has actually picked up a secondary AWP. There's no way mousesports are ready for this look.
Forget that Esatag can AWP as well.
Yup.
Okay,
very
yeah.
much.
The literal jack of all trades.
Yeah, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. They have 3 really viable AWPers, and they could play such sport. Oh,
I mean, he's the ramp player, so
Yeah,
he can take
how
it when he wants
perfect.
it. When he wants it, he can have it.
gosh.
Just got a lot to do here, and actually, in a very early smoke pulled out of him. He suspects right. That is not a wasted smoke, and that's not a wasted spray. Oh, 2 of them. 2 members of Mouse collapsing. Device has caught another frozen, wondering where it all went wrong. He could find Glaive here, but he's had his cornflakes today. Bang. That's the end of that. A fun cornflake fact for you. You know they were originally designed to stop people from
Was it?
self-pleasure.
Cornflakes?
Yeah,
Yep.
it was like it was a Quaker, and he thought that his disgusting flavorless cereal would be enough to stop people touching themselves. It wasn't, and became a popular breakfast treat.
Where did you find this out on TikTok? Because I saw it doing the rounds on
Oh God, imagine if I've just made that up.
No, I believe you're right. It was just doing the rounds as like a react to this fact. Because I was just curious where you found that one out. It's an Instagram number coming in, or... Ooh, let him to research. That's right now.
Yes, I was right. Goodness
Nice,
me.
goodness.
19th
Good.
century.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Praise be. I just
Carrigan.
now down. Carrigan on the way. Dupree.
Oh.
Good for 2 then.
Yeah, nearly a third as well. Device has finished off where he started, and now the flank comes in. Esatag is a nuisance.
See you
Just
around.
as you look to leave lobby, just as your attention is drawn elsewhere, Esatag is there to ruin your hair. Rops, only 37 points of health, and it should just be Glaive. Neat and tidy. Astralis impressing here on the third. It's a 12-3 half, and they just need 4 to lock in that final.
Every single night, I crave the taste. It's the adrenaline running through my gait. It gets me high, high, high. Got no time to waste. Ain't got time for small talk. I tell you the truth. small talk. I tell you the truth. I'm fasting you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose. Just fasting you. Fasting you. I tell you the truth. I'm fasting you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose. Just fasting you. I tell you the truth. Just faster than you. Just faster than you. Glasses on, my hoodie's right.
ESL Pro League, third map, Nuke, and we're here for all of your commentary and Counter-Strike delights, as well as your fun serial facts. Lauren Pansy Scott, Chad Spoonge Birchill, and myself, Alex Machine Richardson. We're ready to get this one started in the same way that John Harvey Kellogg got Kellogg started in 1894. 12-3, does look like Astralis come to return to the form we found on the first map, a stomping, a shellacking, in the words of Chad Spoonge Birchill.
Two kills for Frozen here, not the 30 I was
Here it comes.
expecting.
Here we go.
This is the third, and then the fourth, and then he dies. Not quite, not quite at all. Two have crossed. There's Magis plucked quickly into the kill feed. Dupree waiting for the investigation. Device is the one to draw his attention so that Dupree can swing, and that's exactly what he does. Finds it, and we're into a 4-on-4 loss.
Dupree's just powering forward. He's taken a lot of territory. No information can be garnered now comfortably from locker room, but Tag and the boys turning their attention towards the upper side regardless. BMAS, quite tricky to clear from here. No one coming from lobby could mean it's a little bit of a problem, but Chris J shows enough presence. They'll be curious about this now, worried about it potentially as Dupree spots them out. A little bit of a turn. Dupree doing it all in the pistol.
He's confirmed Robs is there as well, and he's still alive. That's a huge amount of info for this round. mousesports, their chances are dwindling here. Dupree hits up there.
Yeah.
Dupree staying alive after that fight from Rops has changed everything. Now Chris and Bemis are just sitting on their hands. What are you supposed to do? Twiddling their thumbs. Bemis, there we go. Makes the index finger work, clicks onto the head of Device, and now Tag looking for a 17. Chris J says no.
They've got it.
And they have got enough time to defuse, I assume. Yeah, get picked up. And it'll be Rops to grab that. So, mousesports forging the retake. It looked really problematic, but Chris J was the one finding the necessary frags. We'll see that in the replay, I'm sure. This is the lovely double. Look at this, quick reactions onto Carrigan.
Well, that plant and the kills coming on through mean that Astralis can cobble together a buy, right? See Dupree straight into that AK. He's given it on over there. They've dropped another one, so 2 AKs on the floor. Deagle for Dupree. He can get Kevlar behind it. Head armor for the likes of Magisk and Device. Glaive going to purchase in as well. There's a scout on the board. Very potent looking B-sided buy right here. On the CT side, we've got an AUG, 2 M4s, a FAMAS, and an MP9 for Carrigan. And tucking on into one of his signature positions will be Frozen. Now, they have flashes to deal with this. And they have smokes to isolate if they want to smoke towards the windows and main. Glaive will be lining up that main smoke now. And this is a kill that they could almost go for off the bat here. Drops is trying to help on out. Denied. So that Molly's fantastic timing. They need to press forward now, Astralis, if they want to use this to their advantage. Drops will be able to re-peek in a moment.
We have seen Frozen's position paying off a lot as of late. This is something that's become very common for it. Let's see if they're ready to clear it. There's the flash. It looks so well orchestrated on this T-side. Rops, here we go. Timing's everything. He gets it right. He's taken a lot of damage, but he's hindered that pressure.
Hit the no-scope with that scout. Really effective damage inflicted. And oh, he's revealed at the sound cue. Firing off the shot. Chris J is going to be unhappy with that one. Carrigan as well towards Mini. 3 remain, only with the 1 AK as Rops rotates back in all the way from Secret now to the top side, tucked in on the squeak side vent. Looking good for mousesports. I want to get too pushy in ramp. And they have. nets them the kill. Oh, Glaive made a sound cue, making it very clear he's hunting Chris J, and Chris, with that information and with that org, has found the first. Yes, the tag response. So, a 1 versus 3 with only 20 seconds. There's no one to stop the plant if he was to go now. Oh, sketchy.
It's not nice doing this. There's
Oh,
so
the
many.
fake. Yikes. Yeah, gets the first. There's another to come. Carrigan to peek on this one. He hits the shot. He's got no time.
time.
Any chase?
No time.
He's given it a good shot and does hold on to the AK. So just note all the financial damage that he just did towards mousesports. Bemis will upgrade there to the M4 from the Famis, so able to pick up a round and the weapon. But they isolated Frozen and his tendencies off the bat there. You could see that one coming from a mile away. As soon as Main was smoked on off, they want to try and clear him out because he is isolated in a position where it's difficult to help him. And now this is where the question is from Astralis. Do they just want to use this AK, take a save on everybody else, do more damage again for the economy, or do they want to force buy back in? And the reason you can start making that argument is because they did do so much economical damage to mousesports. Right now, we have 4 players who will have to reinvest. BMAS could potentially drop across the gun, and that's going to help them get the buy on the board. They will be able to get everything they require. And Astralis, they want to stand and fight. They don't want to take the save. They don't want to play the percentages right now. They want to take the game away from mousesports within the early stages. We're going into round number 18. We've got a Scout, 2 Deagles, and a MAC-10 with that saved AK-47 on S-Attack. Utility does look good here. You could see the standard smoke wall for Secret. The L-block smokes as well as a possibility. Molotov towards main, smokes, squeaky naded open. Very standard exchange of utility within the first 15 seconds of the round. Frozen this time tucking into a safer position, playing from main with Overseer of Chris J on the Scout up towards the Heaven position.
4, make it 5 of them, all heading in this direction. They seem to have a good idea of what they want to be doing. It's very similar to what we saw in the round prior. Frozen in mini this time, smoke deployed. No one to be concerned about in warehouse. Tag the hero AK. Chris J. Slouch on the Scout. Oh, the flashes are just good enough, but that's S-Attack, the primary target. Found and tagged down to 12.
Now, the other part of that would be Device as well. I'm trying to keep my eye on what he'd be doing with this. Another tag for Chris J. Glaive gets one back. Oh my, I thought it could have happened.
I would have...
Had to get some
stuff.
cornflakes.
Things and stuff, yes. Cornflakes would have been required. Frozen's got himself all of the necessary frags to win this round. Glaive, however, wants to change my mind. Device 2 walking on the upper side. If he catches a headshot onto Bemis, could give Glaive's Glock a chance. And it has!
Sorry,
I can't quite believe it. I didn't believe the words that were coming out of my mouth. Now, unfortunately, though, Carrigan, he's caught the bomb. And he even knows where Device is coming from. So this ends with a leader's double. And a 6th for mousesports. Looks like competition is on for this final map.
Frozen coming alive is important here, so that triple spray down might give him some confidence. He was down and still is down towards the bottom of the barrel right now. Frozen with 6 kills, 7 for BMAS. Then you've got the remainder of the 3 players on Mouse in double digits. But Frozen, throughout the Pro League, and especially some of their tighter matches, has been a clutch factor. So him coming alive here against Astralis on map number 3 is important. Now, Astralis can just take a save. Next round, they will be getting up that 3,400, considering they haven't won a round right now within this second half. Just the Deagles, smokes. They won a round with a similar buy. Actually, their only round on the T half of Inferno was with a similar buy to this. L-block smokes being lined on up.
Here comes Rops's first challenge. 2 to be specific, and he's handled both with ease. The first down to 50, and Device takes the brunt of that M4 damage. Frozen in the credit card could have some contact, and he does get Magis down. Glaive trying to trade, can't do anything. Good to see Frozen waking up, a necessary component of this mousesports defense. 1 for 1. Rops will finish us off with a triple. So when I said how do mousesports do it, after reading the list of opponents Astralis had bested on Nuke, you mentioned Frozen. It seems that Rops also can fill that void. But Frozen required as well for the other side of the map. At the moment, that's his 7th. We just witnessed him find, and his 8th as well. So gonna need to see a little bit more out of the Slovakian.
He's just in such a key position of the
That's
map.
a
on the
sweet gaming
CT
setup
side.
that young
See
fella's
that?
got.
Yeah, the young guy over there.
Young man.
Wow.
Big ups for the gaming setup. I've got maybe a young star in the making there.
Robs only has a deagle.
Rops only has a deagle. Doesn't
On
seem to stop him.
4K?
He's actually decided to get himself an AK-47.
Is this the new theory?
It's
Is
the
that
mouse
it?
sports. It's the
Mouse
Chris
are-
J special.
Yeah, Mouse were already running this last season of Pro League, but it was Chris J every single time. It's just
It's obviously
interesting.
spread. It's contagious.
So it's just wild to see going into it, considering the scoreline of the game and the first
Ran
half.
into the bloody room. Radio batters one. Sweet. Rops is still going. Couldn't get a third, but 2 was good. Did the damage, but now the lower site, the lower level, should be able to facilitate a plant pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, they've knocked down the King Kong.
So no crowd control utility left for Astralis, just flashes to work with here. On the other side, Chris J has a smoke, but patrolling the vents will be Device, and he might be able to find Carrigan dropping on down if the timing is right. Waiting for any stragglers. The Mouse is now frozen, clearing out towards Secret. Bomb, quarter way ticked.
Uh-oh. This gets awkward for Device now. He's missed his no-scope as well. Missed 2 of them. A wiggle of frustration puts it all onto Magisk. Time's well ticked. If he could just knock him off the bomb, but he gets hunted down. Chris J had his Deer Stalker on, and he solves the mystery. It will be an 8th for the Mousesports boys, and that gap's getting competitive now, Lauren.
Yeah, this is getting substantially closer. How many is this in a row now?
That's
5?
the 5th?
Yeah, 12-3 on the
counting.
half.
Yeah, so I mean, back to back, it feels close though, because we've had what, a couple of plants in there, you know, nothing too crazy, but it's
Forced by wars in the beginning as well.
yeah, it has felt a little close. But I mean, if Mousesports are pulling off nice retakes, they're not being caught off guard by anything. They're able to shut down any early sort of information finding facts. It's all looking quite decent.
Yeah.
For Mousesports.
Well, that plant was important for Astralis, means they can get the guns back out. No ult for Device this time round, but the rifles are plenty. And same situation. We're not seeing too much of a pace come out from Astralis here within the early stages. That last round, they went a little bit quicker because of Rops' push. They thought, ramp's open, we'll get down there as quick as we can. Well, Rops had rotated before they could make their way into that window side. L-block smokes being lined up yet again. And some of these mid-round approaches from Astralis tend to be a little bit slower when they saunter on back in towards lobby. Just limp their way out to top side and hope they can find some picks. But let's see if there's any intention behind this L frame. Over towards Secret, they crossed 4 of them. As they jiggle towards Heaven, they just
see
tucking
this?
under.
Yeah, Chris can see that very clearly.
Okay, well, that is an opening kill, and that's a positive step for Mousesports in round 21. Frozen this time on the lower side of things.
Molly down. He's normally good under this pressure, keep in mind. This is where we've been singing Frozen's praises, seeing him clutch from here, seeing him do all of what was required. Now he's got a lot of players showing potential presence.
Rops is here too. Oh, he flubbed that smoke. That actually works in Astralis' favor.
Yeah, they could plan in it. And that's the tag scout Carrigan's lurk, so now they could pivot up. Oh, okay. Rops has found a crucial frag. Now Glaive really is going to try the upper site. Bemis, a lot to do. 3 players hunting him down. Catches Magisk. Perfect timing on the peak. He hears the steps and takes the head off Glaive. Mousesports are here to play, folks. Chris J confirms it. And Astralis far from a guarantee into the finals.
6 straight. 6 straight from Mousesports here, bouncing back. The first half, it looked like it was done. It was another one of these blowouts.
12-3.
Yeah, that's all we've been seeing today. We've had blowout halves on 3 consecutive maps, but at least this one's competitive. At least this one isn't done and dusted just yet. And BMAS showing his young mechanical ability with some massive shots, and Carrigan riling the boys up, getting them fired up, getting them in the game, because they can take this away from Astralis. They've lost in 2 consecutive semi-finals to Mouse. Will this be the 3rd time?
It's feeling like it. This should be 10 rounds, double digits. Mouse.
Oopsie boopsie. It's not what he was looking to do.
Whoopsie
Obviously,
whoopsie.
main smoke would have been ideal. But all around, Glaive already accepted that this round was not won with a high likelihood of conversion. Rob's holding this tight line. especially when he's got an AWPer there to draw their fire. Fires off a warning shot, means Rops won't be the first to be checked, and I say that. Device was waiting for him, and he does strafe into the Desert Eagle. Tag from Tag, not enough. Oh, and Chris J just straight up wall bangs him. Finishes off the job of Rops straight through from hell. That is one way to secure the round. Poor old Dupree wondering where it all went wrong.
That's the bomb, though. He can
Hold on.
plant here.
Have you guys not heard the story?
What story?
Dupree, the 1v4, to save Astralis from the comeback? It's not this one, obviously. It's
But that does sound like a story I'd be interested in.
Is it, how ancient is
Is it an audio book or?
Have you been
it
to the
is
future?
available on all platforms. Just
All
everywhere.
platforms.
Yeah,
All
everywhere.
platforms.
All
Okay.
platforms. Someone
platforms.
tweeted me the other day, Chad, saying, are we bringing globally offensive podcasts
Yeah.
back?
Well, we
What happened to
should.
this?
Why don't we grab Rush and do an episode at some point?
Cool, I'll go.
No, obviously.
Guy.
I mean, he's been trying to get his boyfriend on, and then we can get...
What?
What? Sorry, I don't know what I
I
just said.
didn't bring all my mics, but we can make it work.
How many
I'll
have you
order
got?
some more. I just brought one, but
I
I'll buy
have
more.
3 spare
Proper ones?
big, good enough audio
Yeah.
like
Okay.
stuff I can bring
Well,
over.
that's something we could do.
I won't
work
do
on.
it for Rush's.
Why? Why can't we have a 4-man episode?
Well,
can.
because I'm only there for the headphones, it feels.
Ouch, I was just mentioning Rush first. So
Just to
sensitive.
sit in the front of the car.
3 smokes on the L bend. I'll be taking the back seat.
All right, Chris J's not up heaven with the AWP this time, so an opening won't come through that avenue, but down towards the lower site is where he resides, and that's exactly where Astralis are going. Carrigan unloading some bullets, seeing if he can hear any tags of damage if Astralis wanted to go close over towards Warehouse, but it would just be straight on down. Note the remaining 2 players, Magisk and Tag. Smoke lined up, ready to throw, but they have to push Chris J back first to at least put the idea of doubt in the minds of Mouse.
Have we seen Chris J down here as their first port of call yet?
They've been mixing it up. Frozen's been
It's
down
been
there, Rops
Frozen
has
jump
been
in the
down
door
there.
and,
Now we've got Chris. So the AWP is very, very good for this kind of an angle.
Excited by this then. I want to see how they approach the street. As I said, I think last round or maybe the round prior was just that kind of like door jump, you know, just jamming your head against the top bar. But Chris J now set up well for the first, going to fall back.
He
Doesn't
wanted to
outstay his
pick.
welcome. I felt like he might have wanted to be around a second longer, but he's actually up on the catwalk that
Timing.
wraps around. 37 seconds now. You're going to see Rops fighting Magiskin. This is all looking very problematic. Chris J elevates position, finds device, and the last 2 have nowhere to go.
It's a great shot from Dupree, but he would have to go for the 1v5. This, perhaps, was the story you were trying to tell me, Lauren. The 1v4 from Dupree to save Astralis. It was just all about Dupree's first frag onto Bemis. Does find it, but it cost him a great deal of his health. Down to 40 when Frozen found him. The defuse comes in, so we've got ourselves a real game. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us and you're thinking, oh, okay, so I guess we've got a close third map. Well, it was a 12-3 half. It was a 12-3 half in Astralis' favor, and that 12 has not moved a muscle over the course of the last 30 minutes.
When did mousesports get good at CT sides?
8 straight. Yeah, it was all the T sides that we've been praising throughout their run.
Look at that. Rops is seriously channeled in. He's in the flow state.
This is some wild stuff here. I can't believe they've won 8 in a row right
Yeah,
now.
on CT Nuke, I mean, sure, it's CT Nuke, but it's Astralis' T side. Don't forget, Chad has been regurgitating keep them under 6 for their T side for the last 3 years, and well, at this point in time, mousesports have kept them under 1.
I don't know how they're going to break the curse, because it feels like all those effects, all those words that kind of made us go, no, the map pool, it should be 2. Oh, no, it's a new era, new day. And the same old tags towards Magisk. He's feeling worse for wear. The nade didn't quite find its destination, and
Just
Magisk
slipped the net.
just about found his.
So this room taken being so quick on Magisk and that low HP is a positive right now. Frozen, this is what I was talking about. He has a lot of work to do here. The youngster needs to step up. He needs a minimum of 1 kill here. And he gets it. He's played the corner, he's played the angle. They look for his old tendency, and Frozen wants more, doing damage to the device. We have Magisk and device now very low. Things are looking good for mousesports here in round number 24.
Yeah, making it costly. Don't forget, Chris J tagged up Magisk at the start of this round as well. Rops has rotated in from his ramp room. Oh, and that close corner. If Glaive executes everything perfectly, he won't make a peep.
No one's heaven, so there is a gap right now.
Who's top side? Is anyone back's turn?
Be BMAS, he always plays the bomb boxes.
Carrigan catching device, and now S-Attack in lobby is under threat as well. That's going to incite Glaive to have a look, and he does get them both. Huge work. 2v4 made 2v2 in the blink of an eye. Bomb can go down. He's staying up there. Magis, given the responsibility, Chris needs to find the timing. And that's the perfect timing. Does flank into the glaive bottom. Rob's coming up from heaven as well. Magis to clutch. He hasn't got the health for this. He'd need a clean kill right out of the gate onto that heaven player. Rob's just biding his time for Chris J's info. That's the info. That's the push. That's the frag. mousesports remain undefeated, untoppled, unscathed on this CT side.
Oof, you just look at the string of the last 4 rounds that have been won for mousesports in a row, 3 of which they had 3 players remaining. This one here, only the 2, but it feels like they're handling it quite well. That was only made possible by Glaive's multi-kill from up top of ladder here, and he did that as quick as you like. Even had the rotation cut off, but Chris J slipping the vent, finding that frag, put all the pressure on Magisk, and then it was just teamwork, and now it's tied on up, 12-12. We've got a real game today. We said stick around for Nuke. This is the reason. If they go flawless here, if this is 16-12 for Mouse, this is phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, I have no doubt this will be a game we reference for the entirety of the coming months, the rest of the year, if this is the mousesports finding their CT sides in the lower bracket final. Heroic waiting in the wings for their opponent. There will be an allocated break between this game and that final, but Heroic will be stepping into the realms of against Astralis or Mouse. A lot of people expecting to see the drama reach its peak. It's Astralis and Heroic rematch, but mousesports making a strong case to change the flow. Look at this, 12-3 to 12-12. Now it's anybody's game. If anyone, it's mousesports that hold the cards. That's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successful retakes as well. It's not like Astralis haven't been getting the bomb down.
Oh, and Astralis just invested 3 smokes in their bent elbow wall towards yard and didn't use it whatsoever. They're just hiding in plain sight. They've got behind main control, and they're also waiting over towards CT red. And what this is telling me is that it was to force out the rotation, and the danger man this time round towards the lower side of things is Frozen. He's been taken out of the equation. Looks like we're going in for a top split. So you got to keep your eyes on Carrigan and BMAS.
They're in.
Made it in.
Carrigan holds the mouse one, glaive so low, but he needs to reload, but held, and mousesports are doing it again. The top side hit, it just fumbles. It's all onto Tag, and he's off to ramp. He might be able to get to the lower side. You know that Frozen was caught. There's a lot of space, there's a lot of time. 20 seconds is more than enough to be getting that bomb down.
Okay, Robs has just dipped through Secret, so he's going to be there pretty quick. Now, doors shut, but look how fast he's Tag stands no chance. It's an execution. With the firing squad against you, they've taken the lead now. This is 13 coming in for mousesports.
Oh my lord, Astralis.
There's a timeout. Where is it? Come on.
This is so peculiar. I mean, this is the carryover from Inferno, right?
Yeah.
You know, we saw how the Astralis are capable of looking this way. And on the T side, again, they are falling to nothing but a whisper, a whimper. We haven't heard anything out of Astralis this half. If we could bring up the round recap during this timeout, I think that would help everyone just to understand exactly what we're referring to.
Yep, look at this. Now, I want to note the 4 plants in a row just here. That is important because max loss bonus is in play for Astralis. That means $3,400 coming into their bank account round after round as long as they continue to lose. The plants then elevate their cash. It pushes them well and truly over that threshold so they can buy everything that they need. Now, the timeout here is important because you can only keep smashing your head into a brick wall so many times. And the Astralis approach so far, it's not that it has felt uninspired. There has been moments where it felt like they could have stolen some rounds away, but mousesports have capitalized. Astralis haven't been able to build a rhythm. They haven't built strats that they can work off of. They haven't been able to now force mousesports around the map with any rotations because mousesports have been playing everything perfectly. So it's a gear change. It's quick. Down Secret, they trundle. 2, very, very fast. The timing almost perfect. And 2 more will follow. So 4 players already towards the lower side of things with 1:30.
Okay, Frozen's got to know this, though. He's got to be so aware of what's going on. Carrigan's just dealt with a big chunk of damage. Now, Frozen can maintain control. He's got support from Chris J coming in, readjusting well towards ramp. And now the T seem to hit the brakes for just a second. Frozen taking damage, and Chris J misses. Oh, he's been punished for that one. Dupree's going to grab hold of that with both hands. Finally a chance. The gear change might have just landed them an opportunity.
Yeah, they're feeling the rhythm. They're feeling the rhyme. It's Counter-Strike time. Carrigan does spotter another. Magisk should be able to finish that off, and he does. So now really does look like the end of the spree. Beamer's trying to change my mind, only the one.
Robs.
If he finds Device, we're cooking. Oh, he caught a glimpse, and he won't get a second look. That is the first T round of Astralis' Nuke here.
Wow. Okay, back timed we go, 13-13. If I'm mousesports, I would be worried about that approach coming through one more time. If you want to shut this down so they can't just cross as quickly, either try and disturb this smoke wall so that Chris J can be set up to find a couple of kills, or get in their face. Because you can see it was 1:30 on the clock. 4 players from Astralis already towards that lower bomb site. A player over towards lobby to deal with the rotations down the vent as well. And that was as simple as you like. Smoke's being set up. Here we go again. It needs to be aggressive from Mouse if they want to stop this. They have to play ahead of it.
Oh, I thought Frozen might have pushed that. He wasn't in the end. Don't know if there's any disruption to this. Lovely nade. Major's going to take, I guess, the lion's share of the damage. But looking at Glaive and looking at Dupree, this isn't all the same secret look. They're trying to pressure Chris J, and he is more than capable of handling that.
They didn't get faked out here, Mouse. They stuck to their guns. They didn't rotate lower. They didn't try and go for a fight towards Yard and put their resources elsewhere. They went with their standard hold and they made it work, putting faith in Frozen to deal with the players coming down towards that lower side of things, and he wasn't even tested whatsoever. And now it's a 4-on-5 disadvantage for Astralis here. That percentage, Alex, 36.
36.1.
So if they're able to convert one of these here, it could be very crucial in Astralis winning this map. Running out of chances now.
You're absolutely right. This is the business end. Just 3, make it 4 rounds. You know, this is all to play for. Magisk, you can hear that. He will take down a very loud Chris J. He's got a lineup for us, but he wasn't ready for Carrigan on the hut. Does get traded. And that's a crucial frag again. Bemis has been playing the most boring game of CT side Nuke, having to stare at this silo, but it works. And Robs can finish the job as Esitag left. Oh, does well to find him. He dunked onto Bemis, but Frozen saves the day for Mouse, and we find 14. It came down to the 1v1. Esitag gives it all she's got, but it's not enough. 14. And now look at the money as well. You can see that this will not be an idyllic buy. A timeout called for Astralis as they realize that this could be the 3rd time their playoff run of ESL Pro League is stopped short again by mousesports. I haven't seen Chris J reacting like that since he was on the stage. He's back, he's got the mojo flowing, they're feeling it, the adrenaline high, teamwork at an all-time high. You and the 4 human beings, you've been working every day to improve, to justify the salary, to climb the rankings of everyone else in a similar position in the niche situation you find yourselves in, and now they can do it again against Astralis. 1 round is all Astralis have to show for this T side. Esitag, Dupree, no more high fives, no more smiles. This is business. This is exactly what you're paid to do. Overcoming the odds, though. mousesports have managed to get this more than competitive. If anything, it's Astralis now on the back foot. They're bloody, they're wounded, and they've got round 28 to play.
Smokes, flashes,
Oh, big
and
gap.
a miss. I think there was a molly out there at one point, so this could be...
But surely everyone knows that Frozen's going to be holding the gap. Oh.
Well, now they know.
There's another
Time to
smoke.
re-smoke it, reinvest. Molotov then dissipating as they do work their way, or at least show the intention of working down towards Secret. It looks like Frozen will be the first to respond to this call.
No one else can get there, though. The only smoke left is on Esitag, and he's over towards T-Spawn, just dealing with that lobby.
Ronis as well. His lockers. Interesting. Chris J's going to lose his vision here. He wants the info.
Oh, he doesn't want to back from
Oh,
this.
and the flashes are good too. Chris surviving. He's just going to have to hide in CT spawn. They're throwing util at him, but it's Astralis still with a lot to do. This is a peculiar round here, and they're descending now.
Just down to mollies. It's going to be a ramp crush, and Carrigan's taken a lot of info. Frozen can slow this down, and Rops can deal with ramp.
Do you see him?
Rops is boosted, right?
Frozen seen him. Frozen backs away, trying to remain calm under all the pressure that comes
Rops isn't
down.
looking. Esitag's passed.
Oh my god, it's an opening. Frozen's now on an island. He knows these rotations are cut off. He is the only one who could stop this, and it's too late. Esitag delivers a killing blow, and it's going to be Esitag again. This ramp presence is monumental for Astralis this round. I think BMAS and Chris J are out of this now.
Yeah, I want to see that one again. I want to see how exactly Robs missed that. Because that was the beginning of the end.
Time. He just was looking towards ladder base, so that one smoke was enough. What an opening right there. Esitag, the newest addition to this squad. Pulling off some impact frags right there, and on Rops. Second highest rated player in the tournament thus far. The chase is on. Can Chris hold on to this? Their money's not great on Mal.
3 targets pushing you. Yeah, and he's sent to Squalor.
Their
2.7
money.
for Chris J. And just like that, a quad kill from Attack closing in on his 30 bomb. The sprightly new life injection into the Astralis roster has pulled them back into contention for this game. That's quite the play. That's quite the statement to be making as well.
All right, check this out. This is the timing. Rops on top of the boost right here. You can see over towards the ramp position was
Is that when
Esatag.
Magus was starting to pressure, or?
They were starting to pressure towards ladder. Look at this. He's just not looking. Esatag walks past, and then the opening's going to come through from this. So just the timing on that for Rops was absolutely catastrophic, and that's how they got into the round. So massive window for Esatag to find. 14-14, timeout called from Astralis. Last tactical timeout used here, and they're all in from Mouse. They've invested. Rops has an AWP, and that's a big round. Astralis have broken the money of mousesports late, and if they take this one, Mouse are going to be working with peanuts in round 30. All the way down to the wire. Finally a map to deliver in this series. Timeout will be coming to the close, and away we go. AWP for Rops, AWP for Chris J. Double AWPs are out. 2 M4s of FAMAS, light utility. They're not working with a lot to stop the rushes here of Astralis, but back towards Yard they go. Same smoke wall being deployed. Just one man, Magus, towards that Yard position to deal with it. And these lobby approaches from Astralis, they weren't working in the earlier stages, but now they've bought some respect. Chris towards the lower side of things. Frozen tucked in all the way towards CT spawn. Rops AWPing towards ramp. And that just leaves Carrigan and BMAS towards the top site to deal with any of the flooding in Ts.
Bemis just for
Same position, huh?
every round. And I understand why. Because everything else is moving around him. You know, you need to have a couple of those pillars. And the fact that every time he's tested, he's at least provided what was required. Crucial round of play here. All of this hard work, 28 of these, but this one holds significantly more. Your decision-making will determine your fate. Frozen. Good dink. Back of the head of Glaive. Dupree, however, does catch Carrigan. It's Bemis, he's always there. A flash for the repeat, he needs one. And he's found it on the flash, fantastic. Even pre-firing, he's held safe by Chris. Device trying to do something. Rops' AWP fills the feed, and it's just Esatag found by Frozen. mousesports have got themselves series point to do it 3 seasons in a row.
Double AWP set up being the hero for Mouse. Who would have guessed it? Chris J with the save onto Bemis. Rops has 29 kills. An absolute superstar, continuing to do it here under pressure, and now Astralis. They get their buy.
Dude, a scout.
That's not the weapon you want. They already have the AWP on Device going into this. I don't know how Magus wants to find any jewels here. Lining up the smokes is the fast L block. Device wanting to see if he can catch anybody early, but Frozen, he thinks better of this. He's going to tuck away immediately. The pressure's on, 1:40. Can Astralis take us to OT?
The big question on all of our minds here. And Device, we haven't seen much of this T-side AWPing, let alone the T-side scouting. Very passive from Frozen all the way back to spawn, just to ensure that no one can cross and pressure towards that upper area. Device clearing as he goes.
Lots of utility left for Astralis here. If they can get across towards...
This is a lot of room.
Yeah, but they don't have the bomb with them right now. That's been left over towards outside lobby. So with a minute left on the clock, they might need to start considering where they want to finish. I think Esatag might be tasked with going back to get that. Actually, no, in transition, Magus heading back on over. Has that Tech9 and Scout, a weird combo to be rocking in this final round.
Would you dare go to BMS after he has been the most solid of players?
If Astralis just do one of their top walkouts, it hasn't worked for them in a lot of their games. It's looked very, very flat.
And now keep in mind, Frozen has been waiting to see if anyone would go past. Obviously, Glaive, well aware, keeps his head tucked down.
Oh, what on earth is that?
Glaive!
30 seconds.
They got to push. Carrigan tucked in on the vent. Bemis gonna have to do a lot here. He's only got a single flashbang. Heaven, a threat. Molly comes in. Dispatching of one. It's got overtime written all over it. 15 seconds, not a single frag, not a single peep out of mousesports. Astralis will not let this one wrap on up neat and tidy. Regulation is not enough to split these two teams. Just Rops. An AWP and a dream, 5 to find. It really is redundant at this point. He knows it, he feels it. Doesn't want to get shot in the back of the head. Hasn't even got his protective gloves or his safety goggles on, so he's breaking all of the legislation. Ball bang, not quite. And Dupree confirms it. Ladies and gentlemen, we will not be able to separate Astralis, nor will we Mouse. We'll have to take a quick break before overtime.
Glasses on, my hoodie's right. Break the door, give me side eyes. I ain't feeling yours, cause I'm feeling mine. Slide back to the future, got my own time. It's different dope to feel right. Got my own high, don't need no lies. Sneaky bitches never ever act with so nice. Alright. You can tell me nothing. Come back when you got something to say. Just put the volume up, man. Take a seat in the back, yeah. You can tell me nothing. Come back when you got something to say. Just put the volume up, man. Take a seat in the back, yeah. Alright, hot damn. Not worrying about man's got a plan. It's not really about the dough, got a time frame. Matter of fact, about to blow up the Hall of Fame. So good, hell, I'm all fine. Got a sweet little ooh, and it's all mine. My shoe games, class high, hit it all the time. You can tell me nothing. Come back when you got something to say. Just put the volume up, man. I'ma go get 'em. No time looking back, every day gotta do better. I'ma go get 'em. Blow the roof off or I really want to see now. Go tell 'em. About to touch the sky, no helmet. Preparing myself up top, no weapons. On my own, I stop caring. Cause they keep telling me. You can tell me nothing. Come back when you got something to say. Just put the volume up, man. Take a seat in the back, yeah. You can tell me nothing. Come back when you got something to say. Just put the volume up, man. Take a seat in the back, yeah.
It's been a while, yeah. Safe to say over a year. Still it feels like I saw you every day.
Overtime, ladies and gentlemen, Astralis and Mouse. It is that third map on Nuke. It looked at a 12-3 half, but this was Astralis' game to win. Mousesports in the second half have changed our mind. Is of course myself, Machine, Sponge and Pansy, and they centered themselves, well aware that it will all come down to these next 6 rounds. MR3, 16K, we're into the fray.
Double ops back out as well
Ops.
here. Yeah, I think in overtime we start to favor Astralis, and so do the GG.bet odds is almost catching. This is the boost we highlighted.
Ooh, cool. No one's going to get too caught by it.
Device. Let's see
Maybe.
how cognizant
He is
he is
walking.
of this. Yeah.
Below it.
Oh, Device. This
Oh my
could
god,
be
he could
smart.
nutmeg with an AWP here.
If he, how are you going to do 2 of them though? One, yeah, but traded quickly back into it. Frozen is removed. Chris J remains, but now BMAS an adjustment back into the same old, but it worked so well. And now the timing can be just right for Mages. He does make it out, but they seem unaware. The call somehow gets lost in translation for Dupree on the trade. This is brutal and bloodied, but finally taken ahead by Astralis.
He missed it so well to find one there. And that's a very nice tag. He wants the second, he can't seem to find it. Dupree's filled that gap, and looks like Rops has actually hit the shot as well. He suspects Glave's holding that vent push, and so Carrigan backs away. They still need to plant here, Magis. With Rops' presence on the heaven, he's going to have to plant Carrigan's side. And that gives Carrigan a little bit of a chance. Oh, the flash was so good, but Glaive still pulls the button. Closing the gap, finds it. Can't even get his feet on the floor. Glaive confirms Astralis take the first of overtime.
That was really well done there by Rops to make a round out of that. The flash was fantastic. Glaive was just too cognizant of that vent push up and finding the kill blind. That closed the deal right there. The fact that he got so far out on the rafters as well shows you just the passive angles needing to be held. And this is the flash with the kill. So it was really good work from mousesports to at least show a team effort in those dying stages. And a huge round right now as Astralis look to put 2 on the board in this first half of overtime. Smokes towards Yard again.
I will remind you that on this half, they only managed to post 3.
Oh, we're missing a smoke. It's late, so just wait for it to fall as Device will then decide to pick on over and look for Chris J towards top of heaven. Hasn't been there in a few of the previous. It's double ops again. Yeah, so Rops is searching for information this time round. mousesports fed up of operating in the dark.
Big heals in, Rops. You got a lot coming your way. Sees the bomb, gonna expect another for sure. Here's the shot, plays it smart. Falls slightly deeper, but the molly buys so much time. This is great work from him, just hindering and hampering any of the pace that they would have wanted here. Now, where are the others for Astralis?
Oh, Carrigan, no. It's exactly what Esatag wanted, but he still goes down. That's huge. And actually a second smoke from the rotate of Frozen. They're playing this very well. Talking of Nuke being determined by the rotates. CT's clearing lobby. Look at the information. That means that they now know Yard is a potential threat.
What? Sorry, so we've got Astralis on the CT side, right? And mousesports on the T side?
Basically.
No, this is going to be a fun little switcheroo. I think Rops, how much vision does he have? Okay, a lot. So very aware of where the gap may reside. They've surely got to be concentrating on the top end of that ladder too. Spotted. Oh, big shot from Glaive, though. Suddenly there's an opening. Chris J quickly tries to get to it. Gets a tag, but they still live.
Frozen.
Surely he is sorted on these two. Surely he doesn't die to me, just gone 15 HP, but he does. And now Carrigan.
No,
he's going to make a save.
Oh, that's lovely from Carrigan. Denies the plant as well. No longer a playable 1v3. He's just going to have to look for frags. Device has accepted that this one is not his. He could die after time here.
Yeah, overtime not the end of the world here, as we will go into the third round of play. Splitting the difference 1-1. And that was fantastic work. So Rops playing a little bit more forward than what Astralis have been seeing. And this was the kill right here that sealed the deal. You would think that Esatag just standing and waiting, you should have that advantage, but Carrigan swinging on in and being able to avoid that headshot puts a very important round on the board here for that of Mouse. Just might have a couple more twists and turns in it yet as we get back underway. AK's out, double AWP not in play for Mouse this time round. Rops is down towards the rifle. Chris J rocking the primary. Device with one yet again. Smokes toward Yard, same situation.
Oh, Rops, you are bold, brave, and might just have tipped the scales this round again. Information now floods through and the map just becomes painted even bluer as mousesports at CT side control so much territory. Carrigan's getting curious, sees a little, but loses life for it.
Yeah, now they've got a lot of control, Chris. So good, but Glaive surely catches him. No, he strafes away from the spray and stands his ground to Device his aim. 3-on-3. Caught by the red container on that Danish AWP. Rops and Beamers on the top side of the map. Frozen holding, as always, the inner. They're going to boost rafters here. Yeah, I like that.
It's smart. They can take back some territory here that Astralis might think they have for free. But they're ducking down secret.
Frozen's been very consistently holding this. He likes to jump peek, and he's opted for the alternative angle from Decon this time. He can do it in both sides. Don't see it all too often, but it's definitely his defense of choice. He's got a nade, I believe. Yeah, an incendiary he'll be looking to deploy once he catches a glimpse. So that was it. Bye-bye. And hello. Oh, okay, just in time. Nice work.
30
He's very
seconds.
actively holding this. He's going to catch Dupree, pulling
That's
out
the bomb.
nades, and that is the bomb. You're right, he catches Glaive as well. Only Device, a very familiar tale. He's missed his shot, jumps over it. Not going to miss the Deagle shot, though. Perhaps a 1v3 in order, as he grabs himself an AK, the bomb, and a potential plant. Bemis and Rops were the top side players, and they've already rotated in a 17-6 half in the first overtime. MR3 16K, we can see refreshing. But you can see how refreshing it is to have a close game as well. 16-3, 16-6 for the first two maps. And a ridiculous comeback from 12-3 to Astralis. Now Sports brought us back to a level stead. Astralis just closing it and avoiding a loss in regulation.
Rob's continuing to be a beast here, finding the two openings in the last two rounds there of overtime play. The AWP towards Secret and then the push towards Lobby on S-Attack. Really getting things started for Mouse, and away we go. Carrigan leading the charge. Quick smokes. BMAS is fast as well.
He's on it. He's going quick as well. Full send. Now Carrigan was going quick as well, but he's been found. So far, it looks like Astralis have got the grip on this one, but there's still Rops and there's still Chris J. You saw Device just find BMAS, so you understand how that scenario eventually unfolded. They will get a plant from this, and it will be a 2v3 with Molotovs and a little bit of this and that to play with. Now on the other side, they need to find their way to come back into this perfectly. Get back into the most perfect angles. But Rops surely has a kill here. That's on a platter. And now a 2v2. This becomes so feasible.
Oh, he hears him.
Audio cue made. Rops, he knows the timing so well. Dips back. And now Chris J losing on ramp. All on Rops now.
Yeah, and that bomb's ticking away in favor of him. This frag onto S-Attack is everything. Smokes gap. Oh no, the jump could cost him the round, and it does. Dupree was on the flank. Just caught the toes as he left the ground. They've got just enough time for the defuse. Rops is going to be kicking himself. That had 18 written all over it, but Astralis, they close the gap once more. Oh, interesting. An auto sniper purchase lying at the CT spawn. Astralis getting a little flirtatious with their buys. Didn't get to use it or utilize. But we'll get ourselves into the final few rounds of this. Look like Rops had done enough. 36 frags, you can't really argue against that.
At the end of this round, one of these teams will be on 18, and that's enough to secure double overtime, where we will do it all again. Or put themselves one round closer to locking in a match against Heroic later this evening.
How much pressure. Oh, Glaive, aggression. We hadn't seen that, but a 1-for-1 trade out. Somehow BMAS still pretty blind. That nade's good, yeah. Good spot on that. BMAS is down to 8. Rops just took a fair bit of flak, but they still stand. They have 4 players alive. Yeah. And the 3 up against them, Dupree wants to try and tip those scales.
Rops likes to hold this push from the top of the ladder. And Dupree's going up there with him. Rops is not ready for this.
Oh no, the timing on Rops again.
And that is enough. Carrigan has to concern himself with Dupree's location now, and Beam is so low. Maybe he just has to ignore him.
The bomb's in no man's land, and they've lost all this territory. Even with BMAS over towards Secret, being on low HP means he can't initiate any fights. Utility are plenty, but that means nothing.
He's kind of just got to stay alive.
They're going to double swing, yeah.
Can double swing with him.
Or single away.
Oh, God.
Okay, that works too. Carrigan has found the AWPer. He knows Dupree was behind him. S-Attack tucking in to confirm that there's no one outside, but look at that. Just as he leaves, Bemis has some freedom. They still need to pick up that bomb. They know there's potential for Dupree to be holding it. That's why the flashes are being used. Dupree's still passively holding lobby. They're going down Secret, which is going to be completely undefended. They're playing this well. There's a chance mousesports can turn this one back around on its head, despite having a 4 versus 3 advantage initially. Got a plant now, going for the safest of all. Guarded by Carrigan, who's actively opted to tuck in here. Whoa.
We need some of that Inferno Carrigan to come out here. BMAS holding the cross, going to be the first port of call. Utility being used because they have some for once. Dupree cleanly removes BMAS, and S-Attack is there. It's going to be 18 for Astralis. Mousesports just couldn't weather the storm.
Yeah, they had tucked into very all-in post-plant situations there. The 2 positions that BMAS and Carrigan had opted for either came from the fear that Astralis could already be in the back vents down Secret or ready to cut off those rotations. That wasn't to be, and mousesports, they drop a big round right here. Astralis 1 round away right now, locking in that rematch against Heroic later this evening. Should be that 9 p.m. start time. It will be a 3-hour buffer for the winner of this before they have to play the loser bracket final. And then winner of that match later this evening will take on Na'Vi in the best of 5 grand final tomorrow with a 1-map advantage for the CIS squad. 15 seconds left on freeze time to discuss their options. If mousesports can't post another round here, it will be done and dusted. We will not be doing overtime again. And a fantastic performance here from S-Attack, 31 kills for the newest edition, 27 for that of Device. On the other side of things, Rops is closing in on 40.
40? Doesn't sound like the kind of scoreline of someone that lost in their lower bracket final, but certainly a reality he could be living in. Flashing high. Lave can't do much with that. He tries to, though. Jumps through. Converts it. Chris J, his flash catching Carrigan. Rops could catch Glaive flank, and he does. Dupree. Oh, my Lord. He's got 2. Not 3. Chris J keeping the round alive, keeping all of the chances for mousesports alive. But this looks
is everything.
sketchy. Yeah, Rops has got 2 targets, honing in on lobby clear. Doesn't want to show his barrel. Oh, Magis could get the timing on his jiggles here. He's doing intermittent checks. Close corners is Device. The Deagle takes him out of the running, and now 1 frag separates Astralis from the heroic Astralis rematch. Took us a great deal of regulation and then some. Chris J could change our minds. 40 seconds. He's heading right back where Rops lost his life. And Device isn't expecting it. Neither of them are looking his direction.
You could spot the barrel pretty quickly.
Oh, if he goes...
Okay. A knife.
Down the vent.
A knife, 25 seconds. It wasn't just one. Magisk is still here. Chris J has no idea what's going on, and there it is. Signed, sealed, delivered. Magisk drags Astralis, kicking and screaming across the finish line.
That means something to Astralis.